like Craig Ferguson.
And if they don't, well, they don't.
Close your eyes. It's over very soon.
It is. It's a very quick
It doesn't last that long. It's fine.
There you go.
Well, I wrote a little intro for both of you, in case anyone doesn't know who these two are. But Kathie Lee, I interviewed you when you were about to start the Today Show, and I was the first interview you did after many years, and I think you were nervous, and then it turned out really nicely. So nice to see you again.
I wasn't nervous at all. I thought it was just going to be a year, you know.
Right. And I just got to know this lovely lady on the phone, and we totally hit it off. I just love her. I love her, and you will too. And I said, I don't even have to really be here. I could just run out the door and get a cup of coffee, because these two will probably just take over and talk. But as we know with Kathie Lee, on April 5th, she ended an era when she stepped down as the queen of daytime TV.
Don't tell Oprah that. That will piss her off, okay? We don't want a pissed off Oprah.
After nearly 11 years hosting the 4th hour of Today with Hoda.
It was 11.
Yeah. And then before that, of course, she was the host of Live with Regis and Kathie Lee. And I had to write down all the other stuff because there's so much for both of you. Besides being a force on TV, she's also a playwright, producer, singer, songwriter who wrote 8 songs for this movie.
7, but who's counting?
Okay,
Here they are.
internet was wrong.
Here they come.
An actress who starred in many, many programs and movies. She has her own record label, has written musicals, including Broadway Scandalous, starred on Broadway, putting it
Together.
Thank you, and Annie, written 4 New York Times best-selling books.
5 now, but it's who's counting?
5 now. And she has a big heart. She lends her support to children's charities, and she's a great mom. And now she's going to devote a lot of her life to making movies.
Right.
She wrote this
Why
one
not?
and stars in it, and it's amazing.
And Adriana just added her incredible flair and brilliance to directing it. She was the first one I thought of, and I called her, and she said yes. And together we had a baby.
Yeah, we did.
Literally a year ago this week we started
That's right,
filming.
it's true.
It's
It's
literally
1
a
year ago this week.
Yeah.
Holy
Because
moly.
we missed the
really need
film
to keep
festival
the
last
calendar.
year. That's the lodge at Loch Goil in
Yeah.
Loch Goil Head, and that tree house is actually there. And I hadn't stayed there at the beginning. They had me in some. It was Scotland's one
It's
was
where I
gorgeous.
stayed.
It's where she stayed. You had a chance to move and you didn't
Kathy
take
said,
it.
please come over and stay, but I couldn't because I had everything out,
Yeah.
and I couldn't pack up. So I just said, I'll stay here. You go enjoy. I thought, how good could it be?
She
No, I
stays-
went over there.
She stayed in a trailer park, and I went. It's a 5 stars.
She felt bad. She kept saying, come over, come on, just come over. And I kept, no, and I thought in my mind, how good could it be? It can't be that good. And then when I saw it, I went, oh, what did I do?
Well, here's the thing. We had a different ending for this movie. I had written a different ending. And the first day of rehearsal, when we got there,
Right.
I'd flown all night long, and Craig and you were waiting for me with some news, which was Craig loves the script. He wouldn't have been there shooting it with me if he didn't love it. Hated the ending I had written. So he said, well, Kathie, here's what's got to happen. You see, you're going to be in the accident. That's going to happen. We're going to have the accident, but you're not going to be hurt. We can't have you in a coma at the end. We've seen that, done. That's boring. I'm not going to walk around moping. We can't do that. I said, well, then what's going to happen? He goes, Fred's going to explode. I went, are you kidding me? And Adri's sitting there. She's going, Fred's going to explode. I went,
Terrible. It's a terrible thing to do to a writer. But she was also the leading lady. So maybe the leading lady liked it more than the writer, but the writer was like, because it's terrible to do that. Because it's not a note you give. It's you come to that note,
No.
But there was no time.
We had no time.
We had no time, so it had to be said. Because in comes the people that are in charge of exploding things. Because everybody's lined up to go, and so you either get on the bus or you don't. So And I wasn't sure, I have to say, but I thought it's an interesting idea. I've
Okay.
never seen